Hey everybody. Okay, so this is part of my swap projects with Tammy, and it's really been a little difficult getting these things done now because I have Haley, my new kitten, and I just make little things in between, like playtime, because she really wants to play a lot, and then do my own thing like I always do. I work, I clean, I cook. I got Kitty now. So any spare time that I have, I'm doing things like this, and she's coming back now, so I'm hoping she doesn't decide to jump up here. She was already playing. I don't know if you can hear her, but she's in a playful mood right now. So anyway, part of our swap was to make some embellishments to put in our stacked either cake box or book box. We just decided on surprising each other with which one we were going to do. So you've already seen the book box, stacked book box that I made. So we were just going to make embellishments to put inside of them, and we actually decided we're not only going to do shabby chic, but we were going to do a few like regular Valentines colored items too. So what you're seeing out here is not everything. I have a few goodies that I'm going to show you in these little bags too, because these are from Target. I'm going to show you how I'm going to kind of put them together. And I'm hoping I can get a few more embellishments done within the next few days, because I want to ship it out. I already have my box kind of ready to go. So let me start with these bags from Target. Let me show you the package. At least I still have it here. So these are, no, I'm sorry, these are not from Target. I take it back. These are from Michael's. Yes, these are from Michael's. And they come with 6 pieces. You also get some twine to go through the little hole there. But instead of doing that, so that the package can be reusable, first of all, they open like this, like a little tiny lunch bag, which is adorable. So you can fit wide things in here. I have these heart-shaped doilies that someone sent me a long time ago. So I'm going to be putting them around like this. And probably either stick a clothespin or maybe one of the altered paper clips that I recently made. And I'll show you those too. But that's what I was thinking. It could, change. So inside, let me scoot this over. Inside this particular one, what do I have in here? Oh no, let me show you this one first, because this has some more paper clips. So these 3 that you see out here are the ones that I'm keeping, and I'll show you that. And they're pretty much the same thing, and they just slide in there. So I used a whole bunch of these felt owls and hearts that I've been picking up from here and there. I don't have the packaging for them, but I did back them back to back, so it was easy. It was already sticky. I just stuck a little bit of hot glue where I put the paper clip. And this is one of the larger paper clips from the Dollar Tree. So it's double-sided. You got the darker color, which is the red with pink, and then you got the more shabby chic side, so you could use whatever side you want. I believe she has a Fodori. And then I got this one on the gold paper clip, a shorter one. So that's the one I'm going to be keeping. And then I also made same thing. And then those are the paper clips. So that, and then I did the same with these puffy winged pieces. These I know are from Hobby Lobby. So really super easy just to stick them back to back and then just put a little glue in the center, hot glue. So I did that. I didn't want to do too many paper clips. You can only use so many at a time anyway. So I throw that in there, and then I also made, oh, my cat is gone crazy over there. I have this pack of chenille pipes or pipe cleaners or bottle cleaners, whatever they're called. I just noticed that some of these pink ones, they look kind of like they're missing some fuzz there. Just noticed that. But anyway, I had this big old bag, and I don't know where I got them from. It could have been Walmart or Hobby Lobby, whatever it is. I got the Valentine version of it with all the Valentine colors. And I took 3 of them. The silver tinsel one. Oh gosh. Okay. And made the silver tinsel, the white, and the pink, and just braided it together. And then formed it into a heart shape. And I think it was last year that people were making these things. And I think I seen Beauty Bomb Bomb made this. So I just took this little spray that already came with the beads, some feathers, and this flower that I received from somebody last year. And then one of those, these were like hair clips from the Dollar Tree. And you recall last year also, or the year before, people were getting these and putting them on paper clips as well. I just haven't gotten to that, but I thought that would be cute. Just a little something. You could pop it on anything. And it fits in the bag when I fix it. And in this one, let's take them all out. So with these little things, I should have put, you know what, I'm still going to do this, and I'll do it right on camera just so you can see one. I meant to put like sticky pop dots on the back. So I have some here, and I'm just going to go ahead and pop one on for now, but just so it's ready. And they can be, you know, peeled off if you want it flat. So these are a little more traditional Valentine colored items. It's the same with what I had here. And the rest on that side are going to be more on the shabby chic side. So I have this punch here. Ooh, I am so sorry about that. From, was this Martha Stewart? Yes, Martha Stewart. And it punches out this beautiful piece and also the blacked out version of this, so that behind that you'll see whatever color goes through there. And then I had also picked up this heart shape from Martha Stewart, and it fits nicely inside. Not exact size of this, just a little smaller, but it's the right shape. So I had another heart punch, but it was too big. It's just slightly too big, so this is the one that I used for that. And I just went ahead and layered using I'm not going to take everything out, but some of the papers that I've just recently picked up from Michael's, and I don't know where else. I think mostly Michael's. Anyway, so I wanted to use a little bit of black. Layered the 2 that came from that one punch, and then the one from the single heart punch. And this is glitter paper. This is actually out of a Halloween pack that some of us have picked up from Michael's, and then a tiny little pre-made bow that I already had. And again, I'm going to put a pop dot on the back so that it's ready to, you know, peel off and use. So this one I did the black one on the top, and then a light pink. It's actually a pink polka dot. And again, another gold glittered heart. And then I did pop those up, each one. And this is from Christmas that I had picked up. I don't know the brand. Let's see. Do I have any out? Of course not. I don't have any that I can see. I have to dig through all this stuff. I think I had put that away. Maybe. Oh no, I'm sorry. Here it is. This is, I think I got this from Hobby Lobby. But I could be wrong. So, but it was a Christmas thing. And when I picked it up, I knew I could use this for any time of the year. And they were perfect for this. It already has a little pearl in the center, so just pop that on. And that is also already on a pop dot, so, or was it? I think it is. So, you know, just some traditional colors. I added a little black in there. I really like that look. And then here's another one. Gotta remember to put those pop dots on the back. Here's one that's just, you know, really cute and sweet with another different type of bow. And then I had bought, I'm gonna look, here it is. I got these from Tuesday Morning, and they're from Pebbles, 99 cents. So I grabbed a couple out of that pack and altered them with some more of those punched out shapes. And this piece right here with that, I think that was from Hobby Lobby, from the wedding section, you know, the me and, or his and hers. Another bow. And what I did with this comes on a clear backing, so that, because it has a sticky thing, I cut around that clear backing and left it on so that I could still be used. As you can see, it still has that. So all you gotta do is peel that off and you can use the sticky part, the little pop dot that's on there. So I left that part on, and I did the same with this one. And then you can see how I did that one. And this is another one like the one I showed you earlier, but without the flower. I got the flower over here. And a little bow for my stash. So that is that. And again, let me leave out these three so I remember to. The rest of these, I'm not sure how I'm going to package them, if I'm going to package them at all, because this kind of stuff will take up space in the boxes that I did. These are more on the shabby chic side. And let me see if this is dry. So what I did here, I seen this also a while back. You've seen those spiral little stems that are sold everywhere, mostly online. But I decided to take the pipe cleaners, and I took 3 of each of the whites and the pink. I could have done the red too, which is actually not really red. It's more of a fuchsia, it looks like. But I decided to just get, I had this little dowel sitting around. It's for stuffing my, it comes from that pack of what's it called? Polyfill. So they always stick a little stick in there so that you can, you know, shove the filling. So I just wrapped my pipe cleaner around this all the way, left an end, pulled it off, and then I just, with my glossy accents, just, you know, put a whole bunch of glue on there and dipped it into this glitter. And everything here that has any kind of glitter has this multi-crystal glitter mix that I picked up at Hobby Lobby, and I used a coupon on that, so I didn't spend $7.99. It's Frontage from Stampendous. So I'm sure they have it in other places because it's not a Hobby Lobby brand. But this is one of my favorite glitters. So again, I just dipped it into it. And then what I did to hopefully not lose so much of the glitter, I sprayed it with this sealer, which also has glitter in it. I found it at Tuesday Morning. That's why I didn't realize it had glitter. I just saw sealer, glitter sealer, and it actually has glitter in it, but it's also a sealer, which is fine. I like the glitter, and I don't know if you can even see that extra glitter, but Anyway, she could take these apart and use them. You can actually open them up a little more or just leave them as is. But I did it in the pink and in the white. And I think they are so, so cute. So I did 3 of each. I like 3s for some things like sprays, and then other things like these extra embellishments here, I make them in 4s because you probably want to hoard one and then use the rest. So with the rest of these, I use the same heart punches. For the butterflies, they're layered butterflies. I used, and I might whack the camera, so do excuse me. I used this butterfly here. It's a 1.5 inch plus. I don't know what that means, but it's from Recollections, and it's a nice size. And then I used this one from EK Success, and that's pretty, oh, see, I told you I was going to hit it. That's pretty big, but they fit into each other really nicely and make a nice butterfly. So I only made 4. I ran out of steam when I was doing these last night, and of course, you know, playing with Kitty and everything. But I really wanted to do them shabby chic. Now I could tell you that all of these over here are made using Gilded Lily from Graphic 45. And all of these here I used from My Mind's Eye, this particular sheet. Let's see if that focuses. I'll try to pull it out. There's only one more, I think, in here. I think they only get 2 designs. So this right here, you can actually punch out easily 4 of these with the doily heart without cutting into the other ones. And then these you can cut out with this one. I tried cutting out all of these with the doily heart, so I ended up with a couple of odd shapes, but you can't really tell, so I still used them. So that's all I use for these hearts. So let me just go ahead and show you. First off, I cut out a whole bunch of just the loose ones out of there. Just gonna throw those in, and I inked the edges with tea dye. I inked the edges of all of these down here. These 2 I did go ahead and glitter the edges, but I didn't use them for anything else, so I'm just gonna throw them in with these goodies, so something you can just add to anything. These 2, this is the actual design. It's the whole thing. I'm going to show you again. Back here again. I should have left it open. Okay. So the red striped that you see here is this. And when you punch out the doily heart, you're punching out around that image and this. So it's actually flat. And what I did was I just took the glossy accents. Let's see here. Try to focus a little bit. So right here only where the striped heart is, that has glossy accents. This part doesn't, but I did ink the edges, and then I added a NSK heart. I love all those little hearts and bows that I use on here from NSK. And again, this is another thing. Same thing with the glossy accents. You can see the shine, and another NSK heart. So this one, these 2 are pretty simple, and those I did, all of this I did put pop dots on. So those are ready. All you gotta do is peel off the back. This one I didn't do nothing but put, actually, it's just 1 punch. That's the image. I put on there Winka Stella on this part just to give it a shimmer, and then did the glitter on the edges of that, and then it's also on a pop dot. And then the same thing with this, and this actually says you hold the key. I probably should spray this entire lot right here with that sealer so the rest of that glitter doesn't come off. I think I will when I'm done recording, and it'll just give it more shimmer. So then here again, it's another image that already comes with that heart. It's red, And then a cute little image of two lovebirds together. I don't know if that's gonna show or not. It's really hard with this phone camera. Glittered the edges again. Glittered the edge of this one that is on a dimensional, and a little bow from NSK. Perfect little thing for this. So she does have a lot of these really cool pieces in her shop, and I will post a link down below. Another one, same thing. This is actually a cupid in the image. And another different bow from her shop. So all of these, again, they were inked with that tea dye. Back to these were done with that Gilded Lily from Graphic 45. And again, these are all on dimensional. And all the edges are glittered. This is glittered completely on the whole heart. And then an NSK bow. Here's another one. These are very shabby chic. These might be a little more vintagey because of the ink, but still I think it's shabby chic. I just love the way these sparkle, the ones that have full glitter on them. And then for the butterflies, again on a pop dot. And it's those two punches that I showed you. And I only glittered the edge of the bigger butterfly, and then I did the whole thing on the smaller one. And a little bling center with a half back pearl for the head. And as this was drying, I kept moving up the wing, so once this dry, it doesn't come down. And I even moved up, you know, lifted up a little bit the second one, so it's really dimensional. Again, just remove the paper and then stick it on your project. And since it's a double-sided paper, the back is finished. And I didn't ink the edges of this. I wanted it light. There's another one. They're all slightly different, but same color scheme, and same thing with the glitter and the bling in the center and the dimension. The last one I did a floral background, which I love. Okay, so I believe that is it. Okay, so I'm back real quick just to share with you how I finished packaging these embellishments. I already showed you the baggies from Michaels. And what I did was I took these vellum tags that I had gotten at Michaels as well. Sorry about that. They were 50% off when I picked them up. Really cute. They have a loop up here so that you could use it as a tag. And when I make my packaging, I like to try and keep all the stuff that I use to pack it so that it could be removed and reused in any way the person wants to use it. So I just tied this with a piece of ribbon to a binder clip, and this binder clip, I have no idea where I got it from. I think someone gave it to me. It has little hearts on it and it says love. So this is loose. It says you are seriously awesome, and again it's just tied on there, and you can just unclip this, and this is not glued down. I didn't do nothing to the bag, or that could be reused as well. And just clip it back, and again this can get untied. I only put one knot. Hold on. I just made one little knot, one quick knot on that, just to hold it in place long enough for the person to open it up and use everything that's in here. Same thing with this, different not clothespin, clip binder, which I don't know where that one came from either, but this particular tag says Happy Valentine's Day. So perfect, and this time I use a pink ribbon. And then for the rest of the items here, I remembered that I had ordered these Eiffel Tower baggies that says just for you. Really hard to see, but I got these from NSK. They're like really cute little baggies that have the sticky part. You just rip this off and then you fold it over and you got a little bag. And the background is that peach color, and in the front it's actually transparent and it looks like this, and on the bottom it says just for you. The back also has a little bit of an image back there. But I like that it's clear on the front, except for the few, you know, designs on there so that you could see whatever you put in there. And again, it's a really cute size, and it was perfect for this, for my embellishments. So here they are. And I put 4 of my butterflies in there, nice and snug. And once you open this and take them out, you can reuse the bag as well. And then in here I have the 4 Shabby Chic dimensional hearts. Here are the ones with a little more vintage look, and a little more regular, like the red and, you know, more Valentine colored. And then here I actually was able to fit in the 2 sets of the pipe cleaner, the spiral pipe cleaners that I made. So they fit in perfectly. So that's how I packaged those items, and these are going to fit nicely in my box. And I think I still have room to put some more things in those boxes. I can't believe that I forgot to share with you these clothespins that I had altered. Now, they are from Target. They actually came in the packaging that you see, and the card itself behind the Gilded Lily paper was the original card that they were on. And the clothespin, it was the clothespin, the 3 bling, the felt little arrow part, and then the back here was all original. So I just added to it some ribbon, this little crocheted flower with a pearl on it from Muriel, and then this is a felt heart that I had from I don't know which store. And then I put this little love button that I got, I think it was Hobby Lobby. And then this is another little red crocheted flower, and I added that halfback pearl on there. And the card, again, the original card is behind the paper, and this is from the Gilded Lily. I covered the back too, and I edged it with my gold marker paint pen. And it's in its original packaging. I figured, well, you know, it fits. The packaging didn't have any stickers on there or anything, so I just threw it all back in there. Hey everybody, okay, so I have the second part of embellishments that I made for Tammy for our swap, and I put it into this second medium-sized box, book box that goes on my stack. And I did throw in a little baggie of bling using the same bag from Natasha's Scrapbook Corner. But my embellishments are those shabby flowers that we were making a few years back. Let me pull them all out. I made a total of 5. They're pretty big, so it filled up this box pretty well. Now, it's supposed to be, I don't have any rosettes taken out. Let me share with you, hold on. A couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, I bought a whole bunch of this rosette trim. So you're supposed to use, I think, 6 of these. You cut them in half, well, you cut each one, and then you cut them in half individually, and then you kind of make a little cone, and you glue them down to a circle of some sorts. And I just used this punch, you could see the shape, and you glue them down. I think it's 6 first, and then whatever's left on top. But I only did that with these because these I actually had enough to do the 6. These 3 I had 5. So you can see the shape is not the same, but it's supposed to be a shabby flower anyway, so I still stuck with it. And I did this pink one and used my bling that I had in my stash. Probably, I think these and this is from NSK. So I did a pink one. I did this one here with little tiny flowers in it. And again, I only had 5 to do it, so as you can see, it didn't completely fill up, but again, it's supposed to be a shabby flower anyway. I did this blue one with one of my own centers, and I left a lot of the netting on there. And then again, these 2 I did use the 6, which came out beautiful and nice and thick. So I did that like camo color. one of my centers. Sorry for shaking that. And then I did it in this really pretty cream. So there's a difference with how many of these you use. See, the shape is not even round compared to this. But again, it's supposed to be a shabby flower. And they fit nicely in here. Let's try to get this back in the same way. And then again, I just threw in a little bag so she can make her own or do whatever she wants with it. Okay, so this is the last of the embellishments for Tammy for our swap, and it might not look full, but I'm going to be putting them in a bag. I didn't want to bag them up until I showed you what I did. So I wanted to use some of my dyes that I haven't used in a little while, and I used bow tied from Tim Holtz. I don't know if that's going to show up on here or not, but it's one of these long dies, and it has 3 like tattered bows, and then 3 little centers that you could wrap around the middle. And then I used the mini paper rosettes, and it cuts out 2 rosettes and then little centers. And I did use the 12 by 12 version of the Gilded Lily, just 1 sheet to cut out a few, and I have extras for myself. So starting with the bows, I did 3 bows, and I decided to bend down the tails. Instead of putting them out this way, I just bent down the tails, and I put a little NSK center, and that's all I did. I left it for her if she wants to put glitter on it or anything. I put a pop dot on the back so it's ready to use. And then that was the largest one. This is the second size, another NSK piece, and the pop dot. Really easy to put these together. And then the tiniest one, which is the cutest, and then this is like a little cookie, heart-shaped cookie with a bow on it. That's also from NSK. So there's 3 of those, and really simple to put together. I'll show you with the largest one, and don't mind that. So you've got your bow piece here, and you're going to fold this over, and you kind of meet it at the center. And one way to put this is to leave the tail going out this way, but I made it and bent it at an angle so it goes down, and same thing here and there. And all I do is put some hot glue in the center, press these down, and if this doesn't stay down, I put a little hot glue in there, and then you got yourself a bow. And I didn't use these pieces to go around, because they're usually meant to, if you put them this way, they're meant to wrap around here. Anyway, so that's how I made those 3, and then out of the same paper I made the rosettes, and these are meant to stack 2 of these together like so, but I did them separately so I got more uses out of it. And I made little shakers out of bottle caps, which was really a pain in my you-know-what, but I did it. I cut out one of the images from the paper collection from the 8x8s, because they're smaller images, with my circle punch. Glued it in. I did ink the edges with some tea dye. Filled it with a few little seed beads and a little bit of sequins. Punched out with this 5.5 punch, just some plastic that I had here. And I took hot glue, put it around the rim of the bottle cap, put down this, and it's bigger than the bottle cap. I just let it dry. Then I trimmed the excess with my scissors. And to cover up the mess, I've trimmed the side with a little tiny like braided trim, and then the top with some Michael's trim that I have. And glued it on to the rosette, and I did finish the back with one of those punch outs that it gives you. So that's that one, and the other one's pretty much the same, just a different image. And again, it's a little shaker, so I didn't put too much in there. And that's the back. And then with the last two pieces, I just stuck the last two little crocheted flowers with the pearl on it that Muriel sent me. So all I have left from that is I don't know where I put it. I have one piece left that she sent me, but it was a little like a poinsettia. So I used all the goodies that she sent me for Christmas, as far as that little bag that she sent. And I just did that and finished the back. I didn't put any pop dots because it's kind of dimensional, so I figured, you know, whether or not she wants to use them flatter or on a pop dot. So that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to put these in the little baggies and then throw them in the box. And I am done. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.